just rediscovered headline creation secrets. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. There's a reason why I introduced the show that way. Number one, it's my headline. It's the headline that I use to title each episode. I always start out with it. It's a way to draw people in, let them know that what they're watching is exactly what they clicked on or what they're listening to. And so that title kind of pulls a person in, takes them a little bit further. And so we're talking about headlines. We're talking about the usefulness of headlines. This is part of a series that I'm doing all on headlines. And we have rediscovered some major secrets from a very old source. This book right here, Tested Advertising Methods, you might be familiar. This is a very common cover. It's been around for quite a long time. This is by John Caples. In chapter 5, he goes through 35 proven formulas for writing headlines, and we're hitting each and every one, video by video, audio by audio, text by text. These get put out as blog posts and everything else. So whether you're reading this, listening to it, or watching it, hopefully you are getting the idea of how to easily write your very own headlines in a way that gets attention, brings people in, draws them to you, and gets them to do whatever you want them to do, whether that be watch a video, read your email, or read the rest of an article or an ad that you're putting out there in any format. So headlines are very useful in that sense. So I'm going to talk about number 8 out of the 35. And he says, basically, it's very common with the ones that have led up till now. 1 through 7 are all under the concept of news type headlines. And this 8th one is the final one in that section, and it talks about writing your headline in news style. Just any type of news style. Does it have some type of news style in it? That's why I started out with saying, just rediscovered. And kind of going off of that and bringing a person in at least to read the rest of the headline and then to go further if they're interested in headline creation. So this is one of the ways you could do it, and he gives a couple of examples in this book. You can go out and get a copy of this book if you want. He says here's a couple of examples of headlines that he gives that write in news style. The wines you loved in Paris are here. The world's first atomic watch. Discovered amazing way to grow hair. The myths about babies are gone, and these innovative toys have taken their place. You see, they all read like the type of headline that you would catch on, whether you're looking online through the news, or whether it's a headline of a magazine on a magazine cover. It's all very similar, and you have to really keep your eyes open for the things that attract your eye. Whether you're looking through the tabloids just as you're going through the grocery line and you just happen to see, watch for the things that catch your eye and think of it to yourself, okay, why did that catch my eye? Why did that headline, what was the word that first pulled me in, and what was the rest of it that made me think a little bit about what was being said, whether it regarded alien babies or whatever, what is it that made me pay attention to that? And then if you can try to duplicate that in your headlines, you can kind of rediscover, back engineer the way that it worked on you and be able to help it work on others. Here's another way to do it. You can do the same thing with emails. As you're going through your emails, no doubt you have a whole lot of emails in there that you never even open. And then there's ones that you can't help but open. Even if it's someone that's sending you email on a constant basis, you may not open them all the time, but then they send one, it's like, well, what's this? And it draws you in. Pay attention to why it draws you in. What makes you click on it? What is the thing that pulls you forward? And just that idea is the same idea with news headlines. So that's all he's talking about here. You make it like the news. The news isn't just there to just report. They don't just do that. They sensationalize things. They word things a certain way to pull you in, whether it be a headline in the newspaper or a magazine, any of the traditional style media, or things that are coming through. You go to the front page of yahoo.com or any of these pages that will have a bunch of news stories pasted over the top of them. Go to the front page of YouTube and look at all the stuff that's popping up and the type of things that the titles and how they're put forth, and watch for the news items and see, okay, out of the news, because you go specifically to the news section on a lot of these sites. You go specifically to the news station and look at how they title things. It could be a very boring topic, but they'll title it in a way to get you to click on it. You can do the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with trying to make something sound like news. I'm just talking about something that's rediscovered because I rediscovered it and I'm bringing it to you. Is it news? No, it's not news, but it all depends on how you define news. But I can say it in a newsy way to pull a person in. I'm not lying. I'm not. You got to be careful about how you go about looking at that and how you quantify that. But something to consider. So that's the tip for today. We've got 35 altogether. So we've gone through 8. We've got all the rest to go through. Come back tomorrow. In the meantime, before we get back together again, go check out my book, 8 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. This is why I'm able to bring these videos to you, because people will go on there, get my free book, and also you'll be able to find out ways you could purchase a hard copy and so forth over at amazonproofbook.com. You have a great night. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.